Hi there, my name is Maylin and welcome back to my channel. I am a flute teacher and performer located in Toronto, Canada, and this is my series where we learn how to play the flute from the very beginning. In my previous video, if you haven't been able to check it out, please be sure to check it with the link below. It goes over identifying the different pieces of the instrument as well as how to care for it. Today in this video, we'll be going over how to play your very first noise. So thank you again for joining me here, and if you have any questions or anything, please be sure to put them in the comments down below so I can answer them as soon as possible. Okay, so let's get started. So before we even pick up the head joint, the first thing we're going to do is figure out how to make the correct airstream. So one of the easiest exercises that I can do that I've done in the past is taking your hand and putting it approximately a foot away from your face, where you would put usually a mirror. Like if you were to hold a mirror, that's where you kind of want your hand to be. And what you're going to do is you're going to try and blow a nice circle right in the palm of your hand, just like this. And if you can do it, that's great. Try and get to the tip of your fingers without moving your head. If you can do that, that's also really great. Then the next thing you're going to do is try to aim at your wrist. Now, the way that you want to be blowing is towards the wrist. Your airflow is going to be going down and into the instrument so that it'll spin and make that beautiful tone. And now that you know how to direct your air to make that right airstream, we're going to be putting the flute to our face finally. Yay! So in order to make sure you have the right side to your face, pick up your head joint and make sure that the crown is on your left side. If you're not sure where your left is, that's okay. Just take both of your hands and make a pointing finger with your index and your thumbs. If it spells an L, it's left. If it doesn't, then it's your right. So what you're going to do is pick up your instrument and make sure that, or pick up your head joint, sorry, I should say, and make sure that the crown is pointing to the left side and the rough end, the open end, should be facing the right side because that's where the rest of the flute will be going. You should also notice that there's a lot more lip plate on this side than it is on this side because you'll be putting it to your face. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you feel the edge of the bottom of your embouchure hole. So right here, it should feel like it's right underneath your lip. Now, as you develop your playing style, it can move up, it can move down. However, this is a really good basis just to kind of figure out how to make your first sound. So for me, it looks like this. Perfect. So now that you have it on your face, you're going to take your right hand and palm it and then put it right at the open end of the flute. This is going to create some resistance so that when you're trying to get that sound, you're not going to run out of breath too quickly. So hold it by the crown, make sure you can feel the embouchure hole underneath your lip, and then try and do that airflow that we did earlier, aiming down. Now, if you don't get a sound right away, that's perfectly okay. Some people can pick it up very quickly, and for some people it takes a little bit of a longer time. But either way, keep at it, and once you get a sound, perfect. It should be that nice low-pitched sound, almost like a train whistle. And now that you've done that, the next step would be to kind of lessen the resistance for your hand. So what I like to do is I just like to use my index finger again, and you can put it all the way in. And you can also play Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I like to do that with my very beginner students because it's really fun. So you can do it if you want to try. For me, it's where my finger joints are. So to help guide where the notes are with the head joint. So I'll play it for you so you get it in your ear. Yay! So that'd be your first song on the flute. And then after you kind of get that really great sound with your finger in it, now you can try playing it without any kind of resistance. Yeah, and there you go. That's your very first sound on your flute. Well, not the entire instrument, but your head joint. So thanks so much for joining me here today. If you liked the video, please be sure to drop a like or hit that like button down below. And if you do have any questions, of course, feel free to do it in the comments, or any requests for future videos, also put them down there. And if you'd like to book your very own lesson, please be sure to check out my website at www.maylinjenkins.com. Thank you so much, and happy fluting!